Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Pittsburgh Pirates franchise here on MLB The Show 18. Today we are going to do a whole lot as we have a over 20-minute episode for you guys. This is a big episode. We are trying to get through all of the minor league playoffs and get to the playoffs if our Pirates can make it there. As you saw at the All-Star break, they were not doing good at all. So let's see how this goes. We were under 500 not too long ago, and as you can see, we are going on a huge win streak here, an absolute monstrous win streak. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-game win streak up until this trade deadline prep, which we are going to look and see if any moves do get made. Take a look at that. The Tigers will acquire Blake Snell from the Rays for Matt Manning and Joshua Lowe. So that's interesting right there that deal gets done. And we continue going on. We also receive an offer here from the Braves. They want to give us Yang Zhao Long along with Kristen Pache, but they want Jed Jerko, and that's not something I'm willing to give up. A guy who was in the home run derby, a guy who went shot for shot with Mike Trout for the longest time, and one of our best players when we are in a playoff run at the moment due to that 10-game win streak. So we are 2-2 in our last 4. But we're sitting there 10 games out of first and seeing if we can make some deadline deals. And we do. We get rid of Trevor Rosenthal, who was not pitching well for us, and our closer Felipe Rivera, who was not pitching well, for subscriber prospect Ethan Long, who can help us out in the outfield. We're also going to make this move right here, an outfield prospect that we're not really using, for a closing pitcher prospect. So that's going to allow us to bring up our boy Taz Hobart. As you can see, Trey Mancini was in the National League MVP race. Ryan McQueen is in the National League Rookie of the Year conversation. So those are good things to see from our club. Also, we got Zachary Swain in the Silver Slugging catcher conversation. We got Jed Jerko and Trevor Story in the conversation for their Silver Slugger awards as well. Trey Mancini winning his for the outfield currently, and we are going to keep on rolling here, see how this goes as we are continuing here with this Pirates organization. Jameson Taillon. Definitely need him to get some things done, get his mojo going along with Mitch Keller and Rich Kelton. So, moving on, we get some wins there. We're also losing, but we're hovering around that 500 range. We are currently 5 games above 500, just trying to keep it there. Trey Mancini out for a few days. Henderson Alvarez taking injuries as well. But we've won 4 games in a row to this point here. That's a 5th. Okay, we lost that one, but we had won 5 games in a row, so we can afford one little loss, but we want to keep the mojo going. We are playing the Brewers. They're the division leaders right now, and we want to try and catch up to them. We are at 70 and 61. This is a tight race going forward. We're doing pretty good here towards the end of August. We have definitely gotten ourselves into the race. The Cubs they're a few games ahead of us. They've got 80 wins on the season, and they've beaten us up right there. But the minor league playoffs are coming up here September 3rd, so we want to pay attention to that, obviously. So we go ahead, we beat the Cubs there, we win that set. We're still in 3rd place behind the Cubbies and the Brew Crew, but we would make a wild card spot right now along with the Brew Crew, so that's pretty interesting. We're going to go ahead and check out these Indianapolis Indians. They're taking on the Pawtucket Red Sox, and nothing much going on right now. There was a couple threats there, but nothing too serious. A run scored for the Red Sox. It's going to get them on top. A triple and a run scored right there with Kristen Stewart bringing in an RBI. That's going to tie the ball game up. Now we go into the 4th inning. Enlow giving up some stuff here. Hopefully he can get around it. No, he gives up a two-run double. That's not going to help us at all. There's a double right there, but that doesn't amount to anything. We are down 3-1 going into the bottom of the 6th, going into the 7th inning now. 2-run jack for Chang. That's going to get us into a tie ball game. 3-all. There is a single right there. We're going to take him out, put Palumbo in. He will get us out of that inning, get us to the 8th inning. There's a 2-run shot for Bubba Thompson, giving us a 5-3 lead or a 6-3 lead. I can't really tell. Sorry, my eyes are deceiving me. But we do have a lead. Top 9, they're going to try and come back here. And we are going to put Eric Lucero in, try and get them up on out of here. He walks a run in, but it's not going to matter. It's a win for us. Bubba Thompson with that home run, player of the game. We move on. The Altoona Curve are taking on the Erie Seawolves. Let's see what Altoona can get done. Erie already with a 1-0 lead. There's a runner thrown out at home. And there's a single and a run scored. That's going to make it 3-0 already in this ball game. Into the 4th inning, Alex Carlisle just not getting the job done. He's giving up a lot of hits. We have got to do the same to Funkhauser, and it just doesn't seem like we are getting that to work for us. But it is a 3-0 lead for Erie into the 6th inning. We're going to take him out. We'll put Ty Buttry in, and he will get us out of that one. But there's a sac fly right there for us. That'll give us a 3-1 deficit as we're starting to come back a little bit. But then Buttry trying to give up some stuff here with no outs. But we do get out of it. Funkhauser still in the game for them. Willie Hobart pitching for us now. Moving to the bottom of the 8th, Willie Hobart will pitch through the 9th, and we just can't get anything going in the bottom of the 9th. So we will lose game 1 there for Altoona. Going into game 2 here with a 1-0 series lead is the Indians. They're taking on the Red Sox again. Let's see how this one will turn out. A 0-0 game. A solo shot right there for Gregor. That's going to give Pawtucket a 1-0 lead. Not exactly what we wanted to see, but that is exactly what we get. And then they get a 3-0 lead and a 5-0 lead right there with double 2-run shot to single. That's just really going to hurt our chances of winning this one. 5-0 already, but we do get 3 runs on a triple by Justin Williams. That's going to give us a 5-4 deficit by the end of the inning. But we're only down 1 now, and new life breed into the Indians organization right now. There's a double play, but we get a guy on third, but the flyout will end all hopes. Fernandez going to give up a leadoff double. Doesn't amount to anything, but top 9, we really need some stuff and just can't get anything going, so that'll be a loss. Now moving on to the Curve second game. They lost their first game there against the Pawtucket Red Sox, but let's see. Or the Erie Seawolves, that is. So will the Erie Seawolves take a 2-0 series lead by the end of today? We will find out. Altoona going to strike first with a couple runs right there in the 4th inning. Moving on into the 5th inning, we get another one, so it's a 3-0 lead for the Altoona Curve. With Peter Lambert on the mound, he will give up a double. We're going to take him out. Moving on, we still have a 3-0 game. Bottom 7, now top 8. It is now 3-1 as they do get one on the board there in the 8th inning. Now we move to the 9th inning. We just got to do a good job here in this one. We're going to put in our newly acquired closer, Marchant, and he will get the job done. Peter Lambert, player of the game. So that series goes to a 1-1 tie. All right, here is, again, the Indians and the Pawtucket Red Sox. Indianapolis will score the 1-0 lead early on. Give us the early strike. There's a 2-0, and there is a 3-run shot. That's going to make it 5-0 in favor of Indianapolis. They do get a run on the board in the top of the 4th for Pawtucket, but we have a 5-1 lead anyways. Moving on, top 6. Some trouble starting here, but they will catch a man stealing, and that'll get us right out of it. An error and a run score. That's going to make it a 6-1 lead. Couple doubles right there will get us a run scored in the 7th. That'll make it 7-1. Now to the top of the 8th inning. Tyler J coming in. He will shut the door on those Pawtucket Red Sox. So we take a 2-1 series lead on them. Now, Altoona Curve. Can they get the job done here? It is a 1-1 series with that team. So we will see what's going on. It's 0-0 right now. Solo shot for Dominguez will give Altoona the 1-0 lead. There's a double for Dorta. And that'll bring in another couple runs. We got a 3-0 lead here in Altoona. Stolen base, single, and a run scored. It's 3-1. There's a single. They got corners. We're going to take Sato out. We're going to put Paxton in. He will get us out of it. Into the 8th inning now. There's a double for Nelson, a walk, and they get out of that inning. That looked a little tough for them. Now into the top of the 9th. They are out of it, so we have just got to shut them down. Marchant is going to get the job done. We take a 2-1 series lead there against the Erie Seawolves. So here in this 2-1 series lead, the Indianapolis Indians looking to close the series out. They're down 2-0 after an early homer. Can they come back? That is the question. And still 2-0 going into the 6th. There is a triple to start off for the Red Sox. They don't get the run across, so a success for Indianapolis. However, Indianapolis not generating a lot of run support here today. Just not getting the job done for Zach Weiss, who has only given up 2 runs. And that is it. It is a 2-0. Couple pitchers pitching a gem, but Zach Weiss just not a gem enough, put it that way. So we move on for Altoona. Altoona can close this series out today, something the Indians could not do. And Altoona takes a 3-0 lead. An absolutely good thing, but then Erie with a 5 spot in the 3rd takes a lead 5-3. Not exactly what you want to see. All right, they also put one on board in the 4th inning, making it 6-3. And then there is a 2-run shot for Christian Horn. That's going to make it a 6-5 game. There's a double by Paxton, so they will end up getting that run across anyway. It is 5-7, now 5-8 as they've scored in 2 straight innings. And Altoona got to put more bats up on the more bats to the balls here, and it's just not getting it done right now, as they're just giving up a ton of runs, and that is just a bad game for Altoona, losing 12-6. So moving into the last game of both series, we move on to Game 5 of both of them. Both teams pushing it to the brink. Let's see who will score first in this Game 5 with the Indians and the Red Sox. It's a 2-run shot for the Indians off of the bat of Mercer, and that's going to give them a 2-0 lead. And then there is 3 straight singles. Fielder's choice and a double play. They get out of that. Unbelievable defense being played right there. Here we go. Single. There we go. Strikeout. Another one. And it is 2-zip. 2-zip still in favor of the Indians. Who will they bring in? They're going to bring in Michael Feliz, and Feliz going to shut the door right there in the 7th inning. Now to the bottom of the 7th inning. Not a lot going on right there. It is now 2-zip. Now 4-0 as the Indians get a couple more, but a 3-run shot for Escalera. It's going to make it 4-3 here in the 9th. And now we're going to bring in Lucero, and he will shut the door, and the Indians will close out the series there. Now we will see if Altoona can get their side of the coin done here for themselves. Will they, though? That is the question. We do not know the answer. 2-run shot there for Nelson, and that's going to give Altoona the 2-0 lead. They've got a promising start to this ball game here in the 4th inning. Moving on, top 7 we go. And they're going to make a pitching change, bring in John Randall, and Randall's going to give up a run. He gives up 2 runs by walking one of them in. That is bad. All right, let's see. There's more runs across, and Erie takes a 4-2 lead with a 4 spot in the 7th. Great for Erie, terrible for Altoona, and Ty Buttry is going to come out after giving up a single right there. They do get out of the inning. They need the bats to come alive, and they don't in the bottom of the 8th. Now they need him in the bottom of the 9th. Ground out, strikeout, ground out, and the Curve are eliminated in a dramatic Game 5. So now the Indianapolis Indians moving on to face the Buffalo Bisons. Let's see if Indianapolis can give a good series here against Buffalo. Usually our minor league teams do perform extremely well, but we've had a hard time getting any of them to win a championship. 3-0 in favor of Buffalo early on in this one. We really need bats. Bats have got to come alive. I just can't stress that enough, but it is 4-0 in favor of the Bison, but we do get one across there in the 7th inning. A double and a runner thrown out. There's a single and a run scored, but it'll be 4-2. Could have been 4-3. But we still have a chance in this one. Can't give up hope. There we go. We couldn't get one across in that inning. Started a lot of trouble, just couldn't get it to go. And we will lose Game 1 against the Buffalo Bison. There's a single and a run scored. We will bring in the first run of the game. There's a double for Thompson. Nobody brings him in. Just horrid help right there. Now Joe Palumbo on the mound. He's got to get us through. All right, we're getting through a lot of innings here. Eating the innings. We've got a 1-0 lead, but it's never safe in this kind of setting. There's a nice strikeout to end that inning. We've started some trouble here, but no runs come across. There's a solo shot for Diaz, and that'll tie the ball game at 1. And like I said, no run lead is safe here. And it certainly wasn't safe there. There's a runner thrown out at home. That's going to piss you off every time. And now Buffalo starting to play well. They get another run on the board right there. And a 3-run shot by Castillo right after a pitching change is going to make it 5-1 in favor of Buffalo. So they take a 2-0 series lead. We just got to hope that they can blow a lead Warriors style. It's a 1-1 game here already. There's a solo shot for Chang, making it a 2-1 game in favor of us, the home Indianapolis Indians. We have got to win all of our home games, and we got to steal one on the road also. Now it's a 2-2 game. There's a double, and they get out of that. Now they got 2 on with none out, forcing Brian Mata to take a seat in favor of Zach Weiss, who's going to give up a triple and bring them both in anyway. 4-2 game in favor of Buffalo. They might get the sweep here. Hopefully we can make a comeback. Like I said, bats. Where are these bats that we have? There we go. Single. That's going to get a run score. Another single. That'll tie the ball game going into the 9th inning. So we're going to take Weiss out. We put Tyler J in there. Now, top of the 10th inning. Tyler J has got to do his thing. All right, he gets us out of there. We don't do anything in the bottom of the 10th inning. Now, top of the 11th, they do nothing. Can we? Sack bunt. There's a walk. There's a walk. 1 out. Sack fly will do it. And Yu Chang, player of the game. There's a solo shot to start off Game 4 for Buffalo. Not a good sign for us. Moving on into the 4th. We got that walk-off sack fly to keep us in the series. Still down 1-2. And now down 1-0 in game number 4. And it looks like they're getting more hits than we are for sure. We got to keep those hits down. We got to get these bats. How many times do I say that? We got to get these bats rolling. There's a solo shot for Cooper of Buffalo. That's going to give them 2-0 lead. Just not what we want to see here. At home, no less, here in front of our own home crowd. And now to the 9th inning, our final hope. Christian Stewart will walk. Justin Williams will fly out. And a couple strikeouts right there, and that'll be it. The end of the minor league playoffs is there. So we will see how the rest of the major league season goes. As you can see, Pirates on another little win streak there. They win 5 more games in a row. And now coming up on the final series of the year at 88-71. They go to 89-72, and they win that one to win 90 games this season. We make the postseason as a wild card, and we will be playing the Brew Crew. Let me know how you think that game is going to go. The next episode will feature the playoffs. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe.